Welcome to the Els van Laken Breakthrough Podcast.
All right, so this is a podcast about the frustration of people going into the judger path and really wanting to do you harm and how to get out of it. So just a very simple daily example. I have my academy where I also live, my training academy, and so in front of the building we have foreseen also some parking places for our clients. So these are reserved for us when we do training. For the rest, I don't care if neighbors or other people go and stand on them on the parking places, but when we give training, it's reserved for us. And so yesterday, I came out getting my children to school, and there were a couple of cars in front of the house of people who were working, and some of them were. One of them was of the working people who are building the second building with 100 square meters for training behind. So I asked them, "Hey, can you change it because I'm giving training today?" And so they said, "No problem, we'll add it additionally there." So they went directly to take the car away, and everything was good. And then I asked the same thing to the working people next door. And I said, can you please, I'm giving training, I'm the neighbor, and the parking is reserved for our clients, and you can just put your camionnette, your car, in front of your client, so my neighbor, and then everything is solved. But don't put it also on the street, because then still my clients cannot park. But of course, legally, people can park on the street. So I have my parking places, and then next door, and next you have the street. So I called my neighbor, because when I came back from school, he put his car on the street side, and so still my clients could not park. So I didn't feel the energy to start discussing, so I didn't. So I left the responsibility where it is, saying, okay, I'm going to leave it at my neighbor. So I called her this morning because the guy was again at the same place, and we have today's training still. So I called her this morning, and she said, Els, I tried everything. I mean, he just needs to move 2 meters behind it. That's the only thing that needs to happen. I'll take a picture of it as a kind of reminder of this case. And so it's just really 2 meters behind, and that's the only thing that he needs to do. And she says, I even proposed that I was going to put the car just a couple of meters behind, but still he refused. So this is a real good example of people really wanting to do other people harm. It's not an objective case. It's a case where people just want to do difficult, want to annoy other people. And so that's what these working people of my neighbors are doing, really with that intention to harm other people. So what is the benefit? What's the benefit for them? The benefit for them could be, I annoyed the woman, I can do what I want, I'm right and she's not right. And so I won. This manly energy, because it's not part of a man. It's more manly, of course, that they are competing, but not generally. And you also hear already a bit the annoyment in my voice, because I've worked very hard the last years to not be surrounded by these kind of people. As I said, the people who are working in our house just behind, they directly changed their cars, and it was okay. I mean, it's just a small thing. Change your car 2 meters behind. And so I was doing this podcast while I was passing by, and so you could see they were on this, like on a couple of meters higher, and they were like laughing when they heard me passing by, and it's just so small thinking, because it's not adult. I mean, And so, the only thing I can do is regulate because I don't have any control out of it. Yeah, I could call the police, but still, I'm not on my rights because they're standing on the street. And also, my neighbor, she went to stand on the street, so she did what she could do. So I feel it already in my breathing, that my breathing is higher. It's here, just below my neck. So the first thing that we need to do, because I'm feeling irritated because he goes beyond my own values, saying, I'm okay, you're okay, let's discuss, let's find a solution. And when there's a solution, like just put your car 2 meters behind, it's not difficult. I mean, he just arrived this morning, so he could have put it perfectly on the other side where my neighbor put her car. And then he would be in front of her house, and then everything would be okay. So the first thing that you can do is realize, and if now I keep on being annoyed, I'm giving my control to them. Because then they have exactly what they want, that I'm annoyed, that I'm losing energy of, I'm losing energy of what they did and how they have had impact on me. And that's the first thing. So I'm going to bring in the solution in two folders. So now I'm going to go and sit down on my beautiful chair in my living room with my feet on this kind of meditation cushion. And I'm starting to get aware of my breathing. And I'm going to breathe through my mouth because that helps to release things. I notice that I'm warm, so I'm also going to take off one of my clothes, even if that means I'm now in my bra in my living room. I don't mind about these kind of things. Okay, so let's center again. Of course, I'm trained a lot to center, so I can feel my feet quite fast. I can feel Mother Earth. I can feel how my back is against the chair. I feel the leather of the chair on my naked skin. And I can already feel that my breathing is going down. And this is regulating me a lot more than going to talk with several people on going also in that judge pot myself towards them and going to talk with lots of people concerned that I don't like what happened. So I feel my breathing going slower. I can feel it in my stomach and in my solar plexus that there's something blocked there. And if I connect with that, it's about not being appreciated. And if I really take the mirror towards myself, because of the fact that I had it lots of times the last weeks, people standing there without having the permission, I also got a little bit annoyed myself. And so when I went to talk to the guys, I wasn't the most gentle version of myself. So I'm also looking into the mirror towards myself, not only because it's not only about me. This is really, the way how they react is really a bad intention of their side, to get attention for themselves. So, but if I do look in the mirror myself, then I could also, I came to them, hello, I'm the neighbor of, and, I'm giving training the next 3 days. So could you please put your car away because people cannot park. So could you arrange it now? And so he says, yeah, so why should I put it? I don't know where to put it. I said, yeah, you can put it on the street. And put it on the street in front of the neighbor, because otherwise it doesn't help my clients to park. So, and then I went away. I could have said it also a little more gentle. I would say, hey, hello, my name is, thank you very much for, I'm very glad that you are here, for example, because I know that my neighbor has looked towards this works good, and how is it working? Things are going forward. Okay, yeah. And then I would say, I'm a neighbor, and I'm giving trainings to people that came from far away. They come from the Netherlands. They have driven lots of hours, and the parking where you are standing now is parking for my training, and normally it's really no problem that you go and stand there when you are doing the works. I also set that to lean. It's all good, so you can stand there. But now for the next 3 days, it would be nice that you put your car in front of the house of your client, so that my clients can stand on the parking lot. Would that be okay for you to do it like that? I could have talked in that way. I would have had more success. Because of the fact I was irritated, I give trainings in communication already for a long time, so I know how to communicate and to do it in an I'm okay, you're okay way. So I also didn't communicate towards them in a you are okay way. So, which means you have already a battle. When I use my masculine energy and then I have masculine energy on the other side, and ego guys, then okay, we come already in a sort of battle. But I will also say something else. This kind of small thinking of not wanting to win, wanting to be right, wanting to say, I can stand here because it's legally okay to stand here. I'm not going to go behind for 2 meters. And when they arrive here in the morning and then still, they could stand there directly and still they do all the efforts to go and stand there on the same place. That's really bad intentions. That's really for hurting someone. That's really for, I am right, you are wrong. I have all the knowledge inside of me and you don't. And maybe, for example, my house is one of the biggest of the street, so they could say, what do you think, you rich woman, that you are going to tell me what to do? Forget it, fuck you. And maybe they feel denigrated or something, Well, they don't know me, I'm coming from poverty, and everything that we built from zero. But still, people can react through lots of their own responses. So regulating is the first thing. Second is to see, hey, what is maybe my role into it? And thirdly is to really leave it there, because that's my choice. That's a choice that I have, to leave it there. If I don't leave it there, then of course it's going to take energy away from me on this very beautiful day where we work with people on body-based trauma work. So it's amazing how to go in that energy, and I would otherwise allow them to take away too much of the energy of myself and to preoccupy myself. While I already have the solution at this moment, my printer, he is printing like this. I don't know how you say that. Some aluminium things where it says parking reserved for with our 2 logos on. So then, it's probably going to solve already quite a lot of the problems. So we have already been thinking in solutions. So that's also one of the paths that you can take. That's step 4 is how to think in solutions instead of thinking in problems. And the 5th tip I would give is, I've said it to my trainers who are coming today, so then they can also just help me when they're here, and they can help some other extra things and then help you to regulate even more. So what are your resources? I'm also going to go now and do some preparation for the training of tomorrow that I'm giving for 50 people from all over Europe. And so I'm going to put the nice music on, and then that's also a resource. So the 5th tip is what are your resources that help you? So I'm looking forward to have some feedback or feed forward from you guys, or some reactions on, what does this example do to you? How do you maybe recognize own teams or own things that you maybe irritate yourself and give the power to someone else instead of staying in your own power? So I'm wishing you an amazing day, and I'm looking forward to inspire you next time.
Thanks for your presence. Check out more inspiration on elsvanlaken.com, and let's spread the positive energy together by sharing this podcast with your friends, family, and business partners. Do you want to contact us personally? That's possible. Just send us a mail on hello@elsvanlaken.com, and we answer all mails personally. Talk to you soon.